Okay, you guys, welcome to class number 4. I'm so excited that we are going to end this newbie training with these powerful women today. And so we're going to cover rank ups, which I know so many of you are in the middle of working on. We're going to cover mindset and we're going to cover goal setting. And so to kick us off is the fabulous, brand new, amazing diamond, Jenny Caspers, and is going to talk all about rank ups. So y'all make sure you have something to take notes.
Hi, you guys. Okay, rank ups. Woo, I feel like it's a heavy duty subject to start this out with. But you know what? This is where a lot of the joy and excitement of this business comes from. This is how you get things moving. And, we can kind of, oh, I'm doing this business. Oh, I'm going to share about these products and just kind of see how the journey plays out. But if you say, I'm going to do rank ups, I'm going to go for the next rank, it's a whole different kind of mindset. You kind of have to be like, all right, we've been doing all the baseball games for fun, but this is the World Series. I'm ready to go up to bat. You kind of have to make a decision that you are going to do it. And that is what I believe brings a lot of success in this business. It's about going with the numbers and seeing kind of what you can predict coming forward and knowing when the right time is to go up to bat and really go game on to get yourself to that next level. It's an amazing investment and it'll change everything to go there. Okay, so basically how it starts is when it's a brand new month, you want to look and kind of project where your numbers are going to be. You can ask your sponsor for help, learn how to do that. You really don't want to have to rely on anybody to do that for you. But in the beginning, of course, your sponsor's there to help you kind of see, okay, well, where my numbers are, how many have I been adding in these last couple months? What can I kind of predict would be a safe, kind of steady thing, how things have been going? And then you go, okay, I'm going to take it further. It looks like if I go this little bit further, that I could hit that rank. And so you kind of got to kick it into gear. Okay, all right, so this isn't your average month. This is going to be, I have a goal in mind, and it's going to be a little harder than normal, but you want to start soon. Because everybody knows at the very end of the month, we are scrambling, we are scattered, so much is going on to try to get those goals. But if you can get your mindset to where this month I'm doing this rank, starting from the very beginning, every bit of work you do in the beginning is such an investment towards that next rank. So it's hard, it's going to get slow, then you got to push yourself back into the game. And so you kind of say, okay, this is what rank I'm going to go for. You want to be a little realistic. Obviously, you can't just say, don't go like way above that. It's impossible compared to how things have been going, but absolutely do something that is bigger than you have done thus far. Trust me, even huge jumps are possible. Really, truly. And you have a whole month to do it, and you never know who you're going to meet that month. That's a whole other thing. There could be some amazing people that come along for the ride that change it all for you. So the number one thing is belief. Okay, you have to believe that you are capable of doing this. Yes, you've seen other people do it. Maybe you're scared. This is all about you. I was having rank up chats when I was going for gold, senior gold, ruby, all of it. Like, I've been doing rank up chats for myself since the beginning. If you are, going for gold and you see people that are going for these jewel ranks doing rank up chats, you can too. You can too. It's not an exclusive thing for people that are further along in the business. It just looks a little different. Every rank you have is a big deal. Oh my gosh, when I was gold, it was such a big deal. It was so exciting. You got to pull out all the stops for yourself. We all hit them in our own time. It's a big deal. It's exciting. Believe that you can do it. We all, I did. I hit diamond in May. I had to go through every single rank, and they're each exciting and a big deal, and they're all hard work. They are. Okay, so the first thing, I keep saying the most important, you got to create momentum. How do you create momentum when it's dead quiet and there's not a lot going on? Well, One of the best things you can do for rank up is a rank up chat. Okay, so this is separate than any chat that's going on already. You create this chat. If your sponsor will make it for you, that's awesome, to kind of have them celebrate you, but go ahead and do it yourself. Don't wait for anybody. I know it might be a little awkward to be like, I'm going, oh my gosh, I knew my brother would call during that. I know it might be a little awkward to be like, okay, everybody, come work for me. Come help me hit my goal. But that's not the way that you have to handle this, okay? They love excitement. They love seeing you succeed, and you are there to help them succeed. It's a give and take. It's an ebb and flow for both parties. It's a fun party, basically, for everybody together to do awesome work together. So try to just get over that and make it an exciting thing, because with you ranking up as well, you're going to give a lot to your team. So this brings me to incentives, okay? You have to invest in your business to advance. You just do. I mean, you certainly could choose not to, but I'm going to tell you, you might be taking that slower route. And what does the slower route look like if you don't rank up, right? If you're, oh gosh, I'm 10 orders away and oof, I don't know if I'm going to hit this rank up. If you decide to not go for it, come the next month, you check your numbers, you might be even further behind or have to do that whole month over again, like in the same amount of work. Like you have the same amount of ads ahead of you the very next month. That's exhausting. And a lot of people get stuck in that. Who wants to need 30 new people every single month and stay at the same place? So I'm telling you, if you have, I don't care if it's one day left and you need 10 orders and that's like mind-blowingly impossible to you, get a babysitter. Go, get some space in a room by yourself. Get your pink drink and some food going to fuel your body. Forget a shower and hunker down and make it happen. Trust me, if you believe in yourself, it will happen. It kind of exudes out of you, this confidence, and things pop up you never would have expected. But you have to make the choice that you're going to fight. What do you mean, Vinci, with how? Explain how what? So incentives. Even if you are going for gold and you're like, okay, so my gold bonus is going to be $250. You got to kind of think, would you rank gold if you didn't get that $250? Would you still go for it? Think about it. To me, yeah, I would, because I wanted to advance in this business. I wanted to say I'm gold, so you don't have to do it this way, but I'm just kind of suggesting, like thinking in your mind, okay, $250. How could I play with that money with my team? What could I give them? What helps them advance with this business? A couple things you can do are rebates for products. Of course, everybody loves that. That's a favorite. Discount on welcome packs. Sometimes though, the welcome packs can get so cheap that you have not a lot of people that end up ordering the next month, and you may fall back. Again, that's something you have to consider when you're going, is it worth it to hit gold and then fall back? A lot of people don't order the next month. It's another thing to consider. So some other things that I have done with that chunk of money, you can do more or less, whatever, is have a pool of money. Basically, you say to your team in this chat where everybody is, you add them, say, I'm going for gold, or I'm just using gold as an example, cheering on. So for everyone that adds someone, I'm going to put you into this pool. It's $250. You get a chunk of the money, and I only pay it out if I hit gold. And so then people know, like, they start running for the money. It's so exciting. Everybody is trying to get the big chunk of the $250. You kind of split it up. I mean, there's so many things that, talk with your sponsor, game plan, try different things, because I have tried things and they've failed and flopped. And then I've tried others and it's been amazing. A pool is something, you can kind of make up the rules, shift the rules, but having it that you pay that money only if you hit is really, really smart, because then, if you don't hit, it's okay. But if you do, it's a big chunk of money that really gets people going. Another thing is little prizes, like whoever adds someone today, you get this prize. You can just do like something off of Amazon or a water bottle. Just always be coming up with things to do in that chat, whatever it is. Send lots of gifts, make it fun, get people talking, get people to share their experience. You know what I mean? So another thing is you want to have a countdown, okay? You say you need 30 orders. That does not line up with going gold, but whatever, you know what I mean? We're counting down from 30. You have to be in charge of doing that countdown for yourself. It's okay. Say 29 left, shout it out. Everybody wants to know how many left. It is so much fun to do the countdown, okay? All right, what else? Oh, when I was saying before, that you gotta push with all your might, even if it means no shower, not sleeping very much. When I've gone for some of these big rank ups, oh my goodness, I mean, I couldn't sleep because I was so pumped and excited and just determined. You get some numbers thrown at you that are just, it seems so impossible. It really does. And you feel like I want to give up. I want to give up. But take a breather, have your pink drink, come back, do something life-giving, get some fresh air, wash your face, whatever it is, come back and just say, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to give it my all. Because like I said, trust me, with that attitude, things happen. It really, really does. But so I, wake up like 6 a.m. just naturally because I'm stressed out, ready to go. And you just work. You work all day. Like, that's not an exaggeration. I work all day, 6 a.m. till, at least midnight. Obviously I take breaks to be with my kids and, eat and things like that, but you work all day. You are bouncing from person to person, and people pick up on this excitement. They can just feel it in your voice, this impending excitement, like a countdown. They just can feel it. And so, I've had 2 rank ups on New Year's Eve, actually, going Ruby and going Emerald. And both, I was just chaotic, bouncing. And other people I know were waiting for the ball to drop and being with their families. And I was sitting here doing my rank up. I did it just a little bit earlier. It was Christmas, right? It was Christmas. I was not obviously on my phone all through Christmas, but it was a crazy time to be doing something so, this business sometimes can be a little floaty. Like, where is it? Where is this business that I'm in? Am I crazy for diving into this? But I just focused like no other, count the numbers, talk to the people, do everything you can, come up with new ideas, even if they flop. And I have never regretted a rank up. Never regretted staying up till midnight. Never regretted missing out on New Year's or whatever. Oh, sorry, the New Year's of 2019 wasn't an exciting one where you kiss when the ball drops. I don't care. I ranked up. You feel proud of yourself. So I know you all are capable of doing hard work, being excited, coming up with new ideas, giving prizes, helping people, and just, it kind of just envelops you during this time. There's electricity, and I just trust in the fact that when you believe and decide to go for it, things really do pop up that you wouldn't expect, and you can do it. I truly believe it. So that's kind of what I have about rank ups.
Oh my gosh, Jenny, I love it. And your next rank up will be re-entry diamonds, all the things. You get to do it all over again. We'll do it. I love it. So great. Does anybody have any questions for Jenny before we move on to mindset? So many good nuggets. I was like taking notes in the chat. And if you guys have one, just pop them in the chat and we will be glad to answer them. So thank you, Jenny, so much. We're going to move on and we're going to talk about mindset, because if you don't have the right mindset, you ain't ranking up. Like, it just goes hand in hand. So we have brand new Emerald Amber Morgan, who is going to talk about mindset. Amber, where are you, girl?
Hi guys, good afternoon. Jenny, your energy is like so contagious. I love it. Okay, so mindset. This is one of my favorite topics because I people always say, oh, you're so happy, you're so positive. Well, that does not come naturally, you guys. I mean, this is something that you build in yourself, right? I am naturally a morning person, but when things go wrong, and they will in life, I had to teach myself how to respond, right? And we all have a friend or someone in our life that they are the Eeyores, right? They are the negative Nellies and the Eeyores. And hopefully it's not you. If so, we're going to get you some Vital Biome. I'm just kidding. I'm just learning what Vital Biome does. But we want to make sure that that is not us. And it's all about how you handle things, okay? Our body is so complex, and so is our brain. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about some things that we can do to improve your growth mindset. Okay, we're going to talk about building a growth mindset. Let me just say that when something goes wrong, whether it's personally or business-wise or in your Plexus business, you have 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to deal with it, and then you need to be done. So when any of my ambassadors are talking about, oh, she said she didn't take it, she walked away, they now know. They're like, okay, my 5 minutes are up. I'm like, yes, they are. Because we can't dwell on things, you guys. It does you no good to dwell on anything negative happening in your space. It just brings you down to a place. There are also times in my life where I do not pick up the phone or open up a text or an email from certain individuals if I'm getting ready to go do something big, because I know how they are and how they respond, and I don't want that energy in my space. So you have to really create barriers around your space in order to protect your vibe, okay? And I'm not some crazy like crystal loving totem like person. However, I am just very conscious of who I allow to be in my space. And you need to be. And I'm going to tell you, if, you know, it's very important, the 5 people that you hang around. When I look at my 5 top people that I am with, they are all strong female business people. They are not people, and some of them don't work for themselves, they work for someone else, but they're very strong-minded. They are very in charge in their company, and they make positive choices in their life. And who you're with right now, if you're new to Plexus, I guarantee you, if you look around in a year, it's going to be a different circle, and that's healthy. There have been a lot of times in my life, they say it's lonely at the top. Well, sometimes it is, because I've had to walk away from certain relationships that were not healthy. Some of those for you might be someone in your house, and I'm not telling you to walk away from them. I'm just telling you, you might not need to talk about your business to them. Does that make sense? Because like some of us might not have supportive children or supportive family members or supportive spouses. And that's okay. But I guarantee you, when you're bringing home money, they'll get supportive really fast, okay? So guess what? Don't talk to them about it. Just work. I think sometimes we spend so much time making noise that we don't actually do the work. So stop doing that. Just do the work. Don't talk to them about your business. Certainly don't talk to them about the negative things that happened, right? Because you're just giving them fuel. Okay, so the conscious mind, this is super important. The unconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. The unconscious mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. So I want you to think about successful athletes, okay? What do successful athletes do? They envision the entire game before it's played, right? Whenever I'm going for something big, I envision myself, if the end result is me standing on a stage and waving with a crown on, that's happened before. I envision it before. I envision me walking up the stage. I envision me waving. I envision my speech. I practice my speech. My unconscious mind does not know that that hasn't happened. Isn't that crazy, you guys? So powerful. So we can actually literally retrain our brain to think of how we want it to think. There's another thing called the reticular activator. Don't ask me to spell it, but it's called the reticular activator. Take, for example, anyone ever gone car shopping? Okay, you go car shopping. The very next day, what car do you see driving all around the road? The car that you've been looking at, right? And are you like, oh my gosh, everyone's wanting this car now that I went and saw it yesterday? No. The fact of the matter is that your reticular activator in your brain said, oh, and now you're noticing them, okay? That is why the saying, what you think about, you bring about, is true. Because that is your reticular activator. So if you're thinking back with positive things, when something happens to you, then that is how your brain is going to start processing trauma. That is how your brain is going to start processing negative things being brought to light. Okay? All right. So how do we build a growth mindset? So in order to create a change in our life, we have to interrupt the cycle. Okay? We have to interrupt the cycle and create different outcomes by paying attention to your thoughts. There's a saying called your cells eavesdrop. Wait, your cells eavesdrop on your thoughts. Okay? Think about when you were younger. Did you ever fake sick to get out of going to school? Shake your head yes. If you're not, you're telling a lie. Okay, that's not good either. Okay, so if you ever faked being sick, by the end of the day, has anyone ever had this where you started feeling sick? Yes, right? You start getting a headache. Okay, your cells eavesdrop on your thoughts. All right, so you have to disrupt your thoughts and pay attention to the cycle of what you're doing. So here's what I love to hear people around me, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm so busy. I'm so overwhelmed. Ugh, I'm so stressed out. While you're shopping, I wish I could get out of debt. How am I ever going to pay for these products if I don't get people to join me? This is too much work to get this off the ground. I thought this business was going to be easier. Those Jules got up there and talked about all the things they talked about. I thought it was going to be easier. I wish I had more time. If I had more time, I would do what she's doing. Okay, have we all had those thoughts at some point? Or do you have people in your space that always talk like that? Get them out. And if that is you, you've got to disrupt that cycle. Quit speaking it out. Okay, I'm preaching, I'm sorry. But so whatever you might need to do, like if it is, I know for a while, I would have like a bracelet and I would snap it whenever I had a negative thought. Or you could switch hands. So we did this with my work for like a week. So if something happened and I had a negative thought, I would just move the bracelet over because I got tired of popping it on my wrist. So whatever you need to do, you have to just disrupt that. So remember, the inside picture of your world are all these thoughts that you're saying to yourself. Oh, I'm so fat. Oh, why would anybody want to listen to me? I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. Right? You guys, you're going to start believing all of these thoughts. Okay. So you've got to observe your thoughts. So step one is to get very, very aware of these thoughts that you're saying to yourself. All right. And then step two is decide to change. All right. You have to take action. So remember 96% of your daily thoughts, you repeat them. We are complex people, but we're really not that complex. We repeat our same thoughts over and over. So you cannot change your future with the same kind of thoughts that have gotten you to where you are today, okay? Which has created your present. So I'm going to go over a couple of things. You can't create your own success by telling yourself over and over again, you're not going to make it, and it's difficult to build a business. Heck yeah, it's difficult. Why do you think we get paid $7,000, $9,000 a month? Why do you think we get paid? You know, I mean, Marianne got paid, not me yet, but Marianne got paid last month. What some people make in an entire year. Yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, it's not always going to be sunshine and roses, right? Yes, some days you're going to have 5 people sign up to be a customer instead of an ambassador. Be excited about that. Oh, goodness, that's awesome. I have 5 new customers. So you can't get rich by talking about how broke you are. Let that sink in. If you're always talking about how broke you are, guess what? You're going to be broke next week too, and next month and next year. You can't find peace of mind by focusing on how overwhelmed or stressed you are. And you can't become successful in your business by talking about all the obstacles standing in your way, okay? So number 1, we're gonna start paying attention to what we say to ourselves. And number 2, we're gonna change the message. We're gonna change. So how do we do that? So when something, these are a couple of phrases that I say. When something is not going well with me, I'll say, okay, how can I grow through this? I don't talk about how bad it is. I might complain for 5 seconds to Marianne, but then I move on and I say, okay, how can I grow through this? How can I become better through this? Instead of saying, I'm not good at this, follow up, I'm not good at this, or me, numbers, I'm not good at this. Okay, so what am I missing and how can I become better at this? Persist when it's difficult. Focus on the effort, not at the end of the result. You guys, every day, my goal is when my head hits that pillow is to know that I did everything that I could. I might not have hit my goals for the day, but if I know when I go to bed that I've done everything I could in my power to be successful that day and to get closer to my goal, then I've done all that I could do. So focus on the effort instead of the results. The results will come. Think outside the box. And when you have failures, just know that failures are one step closer to your goal. They're learning lessons is what failures are. The other thing that I do that's really powerful is before bed, I brain dump, okay? So I brain dump before bed, which means I just write anything. Sorry, my dog just wanted to brain dump all over us. Okay, so before I go to bed, I brain dump everything that is on my mind that I'm feeling anxious about. I'm naturally an anxious person. And so I brain dump everything out that I'm worried, that I'm concerned about to get that out of my head. Here's another thing that I love. There have been a lot of people that are successful in my real estate industry, a lot of people that are successful in MLMs. And I look at them sometimes, let's be honest, I look at them and I think, gosh, look at where they are. And I'm not even near anywhere closer to that. And I feel like I'm more like skilled to be able to do that. But it all comes from practice, you guys. The people that are where they're at, like sometimes I'm clueless. Sometimes these other jewels are clueless. We're not any better than you guys. We just have had more practice. We've just gotten up more every time we've been thrown down. We've gotten up one more time. Our knees are just more skinned up, right? So talent comes from practice. It comes from practice, you guys. You don't have to have this all down. You weren't born with this, okay? It comes from practice and growing and teaching yourself. So the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Okay, a fixed mindset is when something's not going your way, it's, okay, I give up. I can't do this. A growth mindset is, all right, that didn't work. Let me try it this way. Okay? A fixed mindset is, I'm no good at this. I'm not good at this. And a growth mindset is, okay, what am I missing? I'm missing something. Let me go back through my notes. Let me go back through that training. Let me go back through that video and see what I was missing. A fixed mindset says, I can't do this. And a growth mindset says, I don't know how to do this yet. I don't know how to do this yet. A fixed mindset says, this is too hard. And a growth mindset says, this might take me a little bit longer than I originally thought, but I'm going to get through this and hit my goal. And then a fixed mindset is threatened by and compares themselves to others. And a growth mindset is inspired by others, you guys. Like, in today's technology, comparison is the thief of joy. We look at everyone's highlight reels. We look at what everyone is doing left to right. Don't have that fixed mindset of comparing yourself to other people. Because where you are is where you're supposed to be, and only you can reach your people. Not Jennifer, not Marianne, not, Sarah. Only you can reach who you need to reach. So quit comparing yourself to other people. It will steal your joy, you guys, if you don't stop doing that. And if there are people that you follow on Instagram or Facebook and they are not giving you a growth mentality and you are comparing yourself and getting down on yourself, then you need to unfollow. Doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It means that you can't handle following them because of the feelings that you get, right? So put your blinders on and swim and in your own lane, run your own race. Stop looking left to right of comparing yourself to everyone else's Plexus journey. Everyone's is going to be different. Some people, it's going to take them a year or 2 years to get to gold. Some people, they're going to go gold in a month and you're going to be like, what the heck? Okay, be excited for them. Learn from them, reach out and say, hey, do you have any tips? Don't let comparison get in your head because it will shut you down. So I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. So what I want you to do today before your head hits the pillow, I want you to list 3 things that you're grateful for. And I do this every day. I list 3 things that I'm grateful for every day. I want you to write about someone that you admire, and I want you to tell that person. Write down someone that you admire and tell them why. Be a giver. Put out positive energy. I want you to make a list of 3 things in your current life that you love. 3 things in your current life that you love. And then I want you to list 3 things that you're really, really good at. I love Trisha kind of did this today on one of her groups. List 3 things that you're really good at. And then what I want you to do is I want you to write down what stops you from thinking big. What shuts you down from thinking big? And let's overcome that, you guys. And this is the way that you do that, by changing your mindset. Every day without fail, when I have my quiet time, I write 10 things out. This is from, I think, Girl Wash Your Face, or I don't know, one of those things. I write out 10 things that I do that I want to happen 5 years from now. Gary Keller, he's a real estate mogul, says that your life is 5 years from where you want it to be. 5 years from where you want it to be, if you are proactively taking the steps to get there. So in 5 years, mine are, I am a diamond. I have a healthy retirement account. I am a present wife and mother. I travel to a different country every year. I'm paid to speak around the country. Like I have 10. I write them out every single morning as if they've already happened. So I want you to put that into practice, because that is feeding your mind with positive things. And then lastly, if you're looking for a great book, I came across this. It's called Train Your Brain. It's such an easy read, you guys, and it's amazing. It talks about the unconscious mind. It's Train Your Brain by Dana Wilde, W-I-L-D-E, and it's awesome. All right, so that's what I have. Thank you for listening.
Oh, Amber, I love it. Thank you, friend. So good. So good. I mean, mindset is everything. So now you guys know what it's going to look like when you're ranking up. Now you have the mindset, and now Jennifer Cobb is going to give us all the goal setting. How do you take what Jenny has said and what Amber has said and apply that to your goals for this month? So the fabulous Jennifer Cobb, where are you?
I am right here. I was playing around with my lighting in my new house. I've not done a daytime Zoom, and this is not good. So I got to figure that out. I'm going to need like that selfie light Anyway, cheers, guys. I see everybody sipping on their pink drinks. It's making me smile. Okay, I am so inspired, and I feel like, how did I have to follow this? But here I am. So here goes. We're going to talk about goals and goal setting, because without that, none of what Amber talked about or what Jenny talked about would even be possible. And I know goals look really, really, really different for everyone. So we are going to talk more specifically really about goals with this business, but there's also goals that, you know, we have to do in this business for our health or just in daily life, like drinking enough water can be a goal. You know, are you drinking half your body weight in water? Are you moving your body? Are you filling your cup? Are you doing life-giving things? Like, those are also goals that we can have. But I want to really target this more towards why we are on this call, and it's going to relate a little bit more towards our Plexus business. So, number one, a goal, you guys, needs to be measurable. That is number one. I'm going to go through them first. Number two, it needs to be realistic. And number three, it needs to be a little scary. And I know the third is the one we have the most problem with, right? So let's talk about it being measurable. So a goal being measurable means that it is something that you can track, right? So we get a lot of people that will start, and it might be somebody in this chat, or you might have been like, I've said that, you know, where you're just like, I want to be a diamond, you know, and is that a goal? It is. Is it measurable right now? You know, if you're just starting, probably not. You know, I mean, we can sit there and calculate how many you need per month to get diamond in 2 years, but we're probably not going to do that because it's not a super measurable goal, right? So whatever your goal is, I always say to try to keep it within the month, because that's just the way that our business runs. Our business runs month to month. For those of you that don't know, we start over at the beginning of the month every single month. So I really, really, really encourage everyone to start with a monthly goal. Okay, and I know it is the 7th of the month here, and you guys will be watching this training at all different points in your month. But I encourage you guys on the 1st of every month, and this is what we do as a team, is to get that goal, and exactly what like Amber was talking about too. Speak it. Speak that goal. Put it out into the universe. Because if you're going to make a goal and like kind of just keep it in your little notebook on your desk and not tell anybody, the chances are that goal is not going to happen. Okay? A goal not written or spoken is simply a wish. Okay? So if you guys are going to, you could set any goal you want right now, but it is a wish. I promise you that. So let me tell you guys when I started. It's just a little like story about when I started. My son is actually sitting right here. He is now 14. He was 12 when I started, and I'm going to tell you guys what my first goal was. It was in July of 2018, and I'm standing in my living room, and we were in a really bad space in our life, a really bad low point in our life. And Marianne said something on her stories that day, because you guys know people are watching. They're watching you. I don't care if no one replies to your stories. I don't care if you feel like you're posting for you. People are watching you all over the place. They are watching you. And the more you post, the more they're going to go, oh, yes, I am watching her. Marianne said something. Honestly, Marianne, I love you. I don't even know what you said that day. I literally was just like, that's it. I'm done. And I messaged, right? It was probably one of her easiest signups. I was just like, I'm ready. I need this business. I need to make $1,000 this month, meaning like when I get paid next month. And so I signed up with her really quick. I just trusted her. You guys, I didn't join for the products. The products have been the biggest blessing. I joined for the business. But I was like, I need to make $1,000 a month. Can I do that? She said, absolutely. I'm going to help you. We're going to do that. And I didn't make $1,000 my first month. I made $1,600. So I exceeded that goal, but I said it out loud. And my son, who is sitting right here, he was 12, like I said at the time. I looked at him and I said, Brayden, I am doing this. I am starting this business now, and I'm going to make us $1,000 this month. And he was like, Mom, Brayden, you probably don't remember what you said, right? Totally putting him on the spot. He was like, Mom, that's awesome. You can do it. Like, you can do it. Okay, let's do it. And we did. We went above and beyond it. So it was a goal. I had set it to Marianne. I had set it to Braden. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even tell my husband. I'm not preaching that, but I knew that it was something that he probably would not have jumped on board and felt my excitement at the beginning because we were in a really bad spot. But I spoke it out there and I hit that goal. So that goal was measurable because I knew what my number was and I knew what I wanted. I didn't know what the heck to do to get there, but I also had my sponsor to help me through. So make your goal measurable. That's number one. Number two, make it realistic. Okay. My goal, just because it was $1,000 a month, doesn't have to be yours. Although now Plexus pays a lot more money than they paid when I started 2 years ago. So I had to add a lot more people and work a lot harder than what they are providing right now, which is incredible. But make it realistic. And you can work with your sponsor to attain that because we're going to tell you. I mean, if somebody comes to me and is just starting and is like, I want to be Emerald this month, I'm going to be like, yeah, no, that's not realistic. And I really can't get behind that. Now, I mean, if they have a list of 300 people, maybe we'll talk. But, you know, so you want to make your goal realistic. Okay. So if you are brand new, that's going to look a lot like silver, senior silver. Okay. So adding your first 3 friends, and then from there, 7 more to go to senior silver. A lot of people, I hate to generalize, but it is true. A lot of people are doing that senior silver in that first month. That has kind of become the new silver. When I started, it was like silver, and now I feel like it's a little more senior silver because it's a real rank now. It was not before. So you want your goal to be realistic, and your sponsor will work with you on that, particularly if you are been doing this for a couple of months. So what we're going to do is when we're helping you to goal set, we're going to look at your previous months, and we're going to be like, okay, so you have been, you know, your team has been adding an average of 10 a month, let's just say, you know, so if you have 10 people on your team running, that's 100 people. Right? So if you're like, I want my team to add 80 this month, we're gonna be like, oh, no. Like your history is showing you can go beyond that. So we are really gonna help you set a realistic goal. So I just gave that example because I'm horrible at math. So we're gonna stick with the 10 and the 10. If you have 10 people on your team, they're all adding to like 10 people on average a month, that's 100 a month, right? So we are gonna now get to the scary part, okay? So that's measurable, right? You want 100 new team ads, let's say, in a month. It's realistic because you've done it before, but that last point is scary, okay? Now, scary doesn't mean go and make your goal now unmeasurable and not realistic. That's not what that means. It means you have to have a little, like, when you say it or speak it, you're like, eek! I can't believe I'm saying this. You know, you want to have that. And we're going to know, like, we're going to hear that in your voice. We're going to see it in a DM if you type it out. We're going to feel that, like, you're not pushing. And we are not in the business of, we're not going to push anybody ever. This is your own business. That is the blessing of network marketing and owning your own business, is that no one tells you what to do or how to do it or when to do it. But because we have a relationship and hopefully there is a back and forth trust, we will let you guys know, I promise, like, is it scary? Like, are you a little scared? Are you like, I'm not so sure? You know, if you have that, you are in the right place because you can do it. I have seen people do the scariest possible things, literally. I mean, I have a girl on my team who went sapphire to diamond in 6 days. 6 days. She went sapphire to diamond. Emily's not out here. But Emily, you guys know her. I mean, she went sapphire to diamond in 6 days. So if that's not scary, I don't know what is. And, but, you know, that's an extreme example, but I just want to show you guys that it is absolutely possible to do that. Okay. We obviously had it measured. It sounds crazy, but it was actually somewhat realistic, but it was freaking scary. So I want you guys to just, if you can write that down somewhere, measurable, realistic, and kind of scary. Don't put scary, kind of scary. Scary is like diamond in a month. We're not doing that. So that is, and put it out there, you guys, put it out there. We had Christy Jetts, who is one of my favorite humans in Plexus. She did this big talk for us. I'm like putting your goals on big Post-its, and now we're all like running to Office Depot and buying like the huge Post-its and plastering our walls. It's like the new wallpaper. But put it out there. Put it on your mirror. Like if you have a board, put it on your board. If you get in your car every day, put it on your steering wheel. Tell your kids, tell your spouse, tell your friend who's not in the business with you, tell your mom, tell people what your goal is. And I love how Amber, like I feel like it led great into this, because it was just speak your goal, put it out there, and it will happen. So that is all I have on that. Marianne, did I miss anything? Do you think there's anything else I could have?
Oh, I thought it was awesome. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Amazing. Jenny, Amber, and Jen, so thankful for everything you shared. Does anybody have any questions before we sign off? Anybody have any questions? There's no dumb questions. So now's your chance. You have like 3 incredible women. You can ask them anything. Anybody have anything? All right. Well, you guys, I'm so excited. 26 of you got on today in the middle of the afternoon on a Friday, and so blessed by you guys. Thank you again, Jenny and Amber and Jen. Y'all were amazing. So thank you. Thank you. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.